Death is simply being lost in thoughts. Look at the simplicity of these words when compared to religions and what they preach. Look how accessible these words are. Look how understandable these words are. Look how simple these words are. You don't have to depend on anybody. You don't have to depend on anything. You can transcend death by your own actions, just the way you understand life, just the way you approach it. The words are similar to religious words, that your actions are important. What you do, somebody is watching it. And that is what determines whether you go to heaven or hell. They are only similar, but they are talking about two very different things. While religions are talking about something literal, a physical place called heaven and hell, and an anthropomorphic God who's sitting and judging you, Buddha is using these words in a totally different way. He's just saying, you are the judge of your life. There is nobody outside of you sitting and judging your life. Your own thoughts, your own actions, and your own awareness is the judge. There is nobody outside. There's no God watching you. You are the watchfulness. And if you have to use the word God, you are the God who's watching your actions. And that is what eventually becomes your next life. And by understanding this process fully, you don't even have to die. You can transcend death itself, which is equivalent to going to heaven. But you're not going anywhere. You are just realizing the deathless part of you. It is not hard to see how individuals who did not internalize these words, who did not practice these words, who wanted to only preach these words, misinterpreted them completely. When Buddha spoke, when Jesus spoke, they were speaking to the individual, addressing the fundamental problem, unconsciousness, unawareness. So all their words were pointing an individual towards that inner truth. But those who didn't want to put the effort, those who were not thirsting, for whom these words were easily available, they did not struggle to get to these words. They did not make any effort to find these words. These words found them, just like a stream flowing that nourishes everything without questioning. They happened to find these words. And because they were not searching for it, they didn't know how to make use of it. They knew that there is something special here. They could recognize that these words are coming from a different source. There is some mystery here. There's some profundity here. But because they were not thirsting, they started preaching. Spread the good news. What is the use of spreading the good news? When you find the map for the greatest treasure, what do? Do you call everybody and say, here, distribute this map? Or do you go all alone to the quiet corner of your being and start deciphering the map? Words of Jesus and Buddha are maps. They are secret codes. Only an individual can break the code. His meditation, his watchfulness, his awareness is the process of breaking the code. If he takes the map and starts running everywhere, spreading the message, He's missed the whole point. More than 2 billion Christians. All of them have this map, although fabricated. But they're not searching. They don't know how to decipher the map. They're sitting on the greatest treasure without knowing what to do with it. They only go on talking about it. They only go on preaching. And they have distributed the map to quarter of the world's population without telling them what to do with it. Same words. Without longing, without thirst. If you're not ready, Buddha's words are just words. You can do whatever you want with them. If you want them to truly transform you, you have to be ready. And that readiness comes from watchfulness. You are so alert, so attentive, that when you hear these words, something resonates within you. The watchful die not. The unaware are as if dead already. It's almost like these are Jesus's words. Let the dead bury the dead. Buddha is saying the same thing. The ones who are not watchful are already dead. And the one who is watchful is alive. The watchful die not. Watchfulness is the path to awakening, is the path that takes one beyond death. Now, what is this watchfulness? Is it to see something? Because for us, the word watch is closely tied to seeing, our visual senses. And if you were to tell someone, no, it's not about seeing something on the outside, it is seeing something on the inside, they will turn inward, close their eyes, but they'll continue to see. They're looking for images. They're looking for experiences. They're looking for sensations. Buddha's watchfulness is not seeing through the eyes. It is seeing through your being. There is a part of you that knows how to watch without using the body. It is watchfulness itself. You can call it consciousness. Consciousness does not require eyes and ears. It is complete by itself. Your mind and body are simply drawing from the wellspring of consciousness and using that little bit of consciousness they're able to accumulate in animating themselves. The mind moves, the body moves with the energy of the consciousness. They can also see, but their seeing is very limited because they are only drawing as much as their limited existence can. It's like going to the ocean and putting a cloth in it and coming back and squeezing the water out and saying, that is as much as I can gather and that is my ocean. Human beings live in that small puddle. But where did that puddle of water come from? It came from the ocean. What helped you to bring that water from there? Your mind and body. By their very nature, they were soaked in consciousness. So inevitably, they carried a little bit of it to the outside. But watchfulness is to recognize the presence of the ocean. Recognize that you don't have to depend on your mind and body to watch. In fact, you can use the mind and body to enhance your watchfulness. Because you are very close to the mind and body, simply watch them. Watch your actions, watch your thoughts, watch every thought that tumbles in your mind, watch every desire that tries to push you into the world. Just watch. Slowly, day by day, you are becoming more and more of that watchfulness.